Hey everyone, I hate to bring this bad news to you, but this is where the story has been put on hold by the writer. I don't know if she'll probably continue working on it in the future, but I really hope that she does, because I'm sure there are people out there who really want to know what will happen next in this story. And I'm not gonna lie, I also want to know what will happen next. But I'm sure you guys had enjoyed this story anyway, even though it was unfinished. But don't you guys worry, I still have one more story to read to you. Again, I'm sorry if I didn't manage to find a lot of stories about him, but I promise you that I'll try my best to find lots of stories for the upcoming characters. So, without further ado, let's get to the very last chapter of this fanfiction. Enjoy. Chapter 3. Say Something. Noralin's POV. It has been 2 months, 2 solid months, since father has been away, and since Mako has moved into the house. It's weird. Ever since I told him what he said in his sleep, he's been trying to avoid me, like I'm some sort of disease. He's always around me, but his mind is distant. He rarely looks me in the eye. There seems to be a tone of something I can't quite place in his voice when he talks to me. I don't understand what I did, and I hate having him so distant. I want to say something, but what can I say to a man I hardly speak to? One thing's for sure, though. I cannot deal with this for another 34 months. Maybe I'll talk to Zero about it. I have to go to Kaiba Corp anyway, and he said he'd always make time for me, which is weird considering it's Zero. Anyways, I just wanted to write all this down so I didn't forget. I hope Mako comes around. I'm getting lonelier by the minute. I put the pen down and left my room, then locating Mako outside, just as he was finishing his long work. He walked over to me and gave me a half smile. "What can I help you with, Miss Noralin?" He had no emotion in his voice whatsoever, and I hated it. The look in his eyes, though, told me that he wasn't happy with avoiding me either, especially considering what he had told me in his sleep. I gave myself an idea. I wasn't going to let him avoid me anymore. "Father told you to do whatever you needed to make me happy, correct?" He nodded, avoiding looking me in the eyes. I grabbed his chin and tilted his head down, so his gaze met mine. "Then I want you to tell me the truth. Are you avoiding me because of what you said, or the fact that I kissed your cheek after I told you what you said? I respect your choice. I just can't stand not knowing." I wanted to cry and hit him for avoiding me, and then hug him and let him hold me, because I just want to be his friend. He broke out of my honestly weak grip on his face and stood up straight. Then I was in his strong arms, being held firmly in a caring hug. Noralen, I was avoiding you because I thought you were going to reject it and laugh in my face. In a situation like that, who wouldn't laugh? What I said was weird, I know that, but I was afraid you'd laugh at me. I didn't want to be embarrassed. We were both silent for a few minutes before he spoke again. I'm sorry. I won't avoid you anymore. I looked up at him. Promise you won't avoid me anymore and you'll let me be your friend? He agreed, and I leaned up and kissed his cheek, which resulted in blushes from both of us. I pulled him towards the house. Come on, I need to go to Kaiba Corp, and you need to go with me because I don't like going alone. Mako's POV. I felt so bad. She's been feeling so lonely for 2 months now because of me. The least I could do is go into the city with her, even though I'd be leaving the view of the water. She must have read my mind. Mako, when we get back, we'll go swimming, okay? I nodded and let her pull me to the house to get ready for going into the city. I shuddered when I realized something. I'd have to put on a shirt. Damn it, I hate shirts. I let Noralen pick out my clothes, since we were going to one of the places she was most fond of, to see one of the people she was most fond of, Zero Kaiba. When we got there, I thought she was going to burst with excitement. Why was she so excited about seeing Kaiba? As I pondered what their relationship was, I felt her hand leave mine when she spotted the seal and ran to him and greeted him. To be honest, I was a bit put off at their greeting. First, she nearly tackled the man when she hugged him. He looked like he was going to kill someone. But when he realized it was Noralen, his face softened and he placed his arms around her and swung her around. She then leaned up and kissed his cheek. Next to me, I heard the, "Who the hell is this now?" I looked to my right and saw a pretty woman with black hair. She was looking directly at Noralen and Kaiba as they shared their highly familiar greeting. She looked kind of mad. I hope she wasn't mad at Noralen, though she probably was. Just as I thought that, Noralen pulled Kaiba over to me and the strange woman. Noralen's eyes sparkled as she introduced me to Kaiba. Kaiba chuckled and explained that we had met before in Duo Monsters tournaments before introducing Noralen and I to the woman who looked mad. Turns out her name is Sephi. It's very nice to meet you, Sephi. You're so pretty. I can see why Zero has you as a model for his new equipment and systems. Sephi thanked Noralen with a smile. She didn't look mad anymore. So, Noralen, how do you and Zero know each other? If we didn't know any better, I look like you were a couple. Alright, maybe Sephi seemed a little defensive. Was something going on between her and Kaiba? Noralen and Kaiba both laughed. It was strange seeing this man laugh. Then they looked at each other and laughed harder. Sephi, I think of Noralen like a younger sister. A long time ago when I first became CEO, and there was drama with other businesses affiliated with Kaiba Corps. Her father helped me out a lot. In fact, he is one of the few people who has stuck by me for so long. Noraline and I have been close since childhood, so naturally I think of her like a sister. Kaiba gazed into Sephi's eyes with a serious look. Noraline noticed and tried to help. Yeah, ever since I can remember, Zero has been like a brother to me. 1, him and I together will just be weird. 2, ew, no way. No offense, Zero. Besides, I've got my sights set on someone else anyway. Well, that made me feel a little better. Except she has eyes for someone else, which made me feel I really don't understand my feelings for that time. Was it jealousy? Anyway, we were interrupted by Kaiba's phone ringing. After he answered and hung up, he was mad. What's wrong, Zero? Asked Noraline and Sephi at the same time. Sephi, Mai decided that she's not showing up for the shoot. She says she's feeling sick, but I don't buy it. Sephi had a calm expression, clearly trying to keep Kaiba calm. She then turned to Noraline and I, as we realized we were gazing at each other. Zero, forgive me. I know it's not my place, but Noraline, will you please fill in for Mai? Mai was supposed to do the part of the shoot for the water arena. We now have no model for that part of the shoot, unless we want someone doubling. If you want my opinion, you're prettier than any of the other models here, and you'd be perfect for it. You're the only one with a real tan, and you're the only one who looked good in the outfit. I was truly shocked at Sephi's words to Noraline. She wasn't wrong though. Noraline is definitely pretty. No, not pretty. Noraline is the most beautiful girl in the world. Noraline agreed, and Kaiba was alright with it too, after making sure we weren't too busy and making sure the outfit fit Noraline. To be honest, part of me didn't want Noraline to do the shoot, only because I didn't want the entire world to see her beautiful body in that outfit. Not that I minded the outfit at all, but I wanted to view it with my eyes only. Ugh, what was this feeling? Why did I feel like I wanted to hide her from every other man on the planet, just so they wouldn't try to take her away? It's not like I had any right to feel that way. Noraline and I were just friends. Besides, she had eyes for someone else. They finished the shoot, and Kaiba let me stay to watch it, because Noraline wasn't going to do it unless I was there. I felt special. After lunch with Kaiba and Sephi, we went home, and as promised, we went swimming. I was much happier spending time alone with her. Not that I minded being around Kaiba and Sephi, but I wanted to be with just Noraline so much more. We decided neither of us wanted dinner, so I walked with her up to her room and faced her, about to say goodnight, and then go back to my own room. She placed my arms around her, then leaned against me with her hands clasped behind my neck. Mako, I know I spent all day with you and Zero and Sephi, but we've hardly talked at all in the past 2 months, and I want to spend more time with you. So, can I ask you something? Her voice was soft, just above a whisper. Ask me anything you want, Noraline. I'll do anything you ask. Will you stay with me tonight? I don't feel like being alone. She really didn't have to ask me. She could have told me and I would have. I wasn't hoping for anything sexual. I loved knowing I could bring her comfort like the sea brings me comfort. I nodded and she pulled me into her room. Mako, please do not take this the wrong way. I didn't know what she was talking about until she lifted my shirt off of me and tossed it outside. My face was burning, but it was still dark in her room. The only light being a few candles that she had lit and the moonlight flowing in. Will you turn around for a minute, Mako? I did as she asked, and heard the stripping and redressing of clothes. She then pulled me onto the bed and laid her head on my chest, wrapping my arms around her. I didn't get it. If she had feelings for someone else, why was she laying like this with me in her sinfully short pajamas? Don't get me wrong. I loved her being so close like this. I couldn't stand it anymore. I loved it, but I didn't want to be led on if she had feelings for someone. Norlen, earlier when you and Kaiba were explaining that you were like siblings, you also said that you had your sights set on someone else. She giggled. That was very observant. Well, I wasn't lying. I do have feelings for someone else, meaning other than Zero because, ew, no. Alright then, my question is, if you have feelings for someone, why are you laying in bed with me like this? Don't get me wrong, I don't mind, but if you don't have feelings for me, that I don't want to be led on and end up falling for you. She giggled again and rolled on top of me, her legs straddling mine. She leaned forward, holding herself up with one arm on the bed while playing with my hair with her free hand. She sighed. Mako, is it unbelievably sexy that you are so oblivious? Norlen, what do you mean? She cut me off by pressing her lips against mine rudely. I kissed her back passionately, of course sitting up with her, wrapping my arms around her. We pulled apart, and like the sea after a storm, everything seemed clear. Oh, by someone else, you meant me, she giggled. Mako, I have been trying to get your attention for 2 whole months now, and I hope I don't have to wait any longer for you. I gazed deeply into her eyes before kissing her gently. You're done waiting. I already told you, I'll do anything you ask. We kissed for hours, literally, before falling asleep with my arms around her. Later on, I awoke to the smell of something burning. I was still in Noralin's bed, but she wasn't next to me. Then I heard a loud scream coming from downstairs. Mako, help me! Well, guys, there you have it. This has been the story Dive In. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please forgive me again for the fact that it's unfinished. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Well, I still have one story for you, so be sure to check it when I post it. Until then, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and turn on the notifications so you know when that story will appear. See you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and have a great day or night.